right, let's hit the field.
All right.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
It's Tuesday, June 25th, and the Yankees were across town to take on the Mets in the first game of the Subway Series. Second start of the season for Gerrit Cole, and the Yankees were trying to get back in the win column. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back, kid.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Final game of the first half of the season, and the first time that Gerrit Cole, Aaron Judge, and Juan Soto have played in the same game together. Wild. I'm sure they envisioned it would go a little bit differently. Yankees lost by 2 runs, but really it was a mostly lopsided game except for the grand slam by Aaron Judge late in the game. Abysmal game for Gerrit Cole and for Gleyber Torres. Late rally courtesy of the Judge slam. Soto also went deep in this game. Yankees blew a bases-loaded, nobody out situation in the first inning that probably cost them the game. It really did. Another terrible performance by Gleyber Torres. Nothing offensively, 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts, hitting .215, no hustle, and another error. So, we'll get into it, but I've kind of reached my tipping point with Gleyber Torres, and I think a critical mass among Yankees fans might be starting to build that Gleyber Torres is going to have to sit on the bench for a while. So at the halfway point, we are now 52-29. Orioles lost today, so the Yankees maintain a 2-game lead in the American League East. They no longer have the best record in baseball or in the American League. The Guardians have the best winning percentage in the American League. I think, though, if you took a poll of Yankees fans before the season, the vast majority of people would have signed up for 52-29 at this point. I know I would have. And first place by 2 games, you kidding me? Absolutely. So in the grand scheme of things, the wide-angle lens, the team is in solid shape. But the injuries are piling up. Gerrit Cole just set off a lot of red alerts within the confines of the Death Star. But overall, third best winning percentage. Aaron Judge having another unbelievable season. He got 75 RBIs now, 29 home runs. He's going to be at 30 home runs before July again. Luis Gil having a breakout year. We'll see him tomorrow. Anthony Volpe having a really good second year. Rodon and Cortez have been healthy and effective more often than not. And to consider, the team has done most of this without Gerrit Cole. He's only made 2 starts in the first half. That's incredible. Cole did make his second start of the season tonight. Did not go well. 3 walks in the first inning. You knew there was a problem right there. He was missing. The velocity was fine in the first inning. We saw 99, but it dipped a little bit in the second. He gave up 2 home runs in the second, 2 home runs in the fourth. Your first instinct might be to say, well, he missed spring training. Maybe he's having a little bit of what Rodon had last year, what Blake Snell has gone through, what Jordan Montgomery has gone through. But because of the elbow, your second instinct, I think, could very well to be to ask, is he healthy? I think it's a very fair question to ask. No strikeouts tonight. Velocity was noticeably down at times. 91-mile-an-hour fastball for one of the home runs, 93 on another. The command was lousy, which is never what Gerrit Cole does. I mean, this guy has elite command, especially the fastball. And he was missing with the fastball, like he was trying to overthrow to generate a little bit of velocity. Now, maybe he's going through that dead arm period like pitchers go through in spring training, and he bounces back next time. Could very well be the case. I'm hoping that. But we'll get more into detail on Gerrit Cole in the recap portion of this. But I obviously do not blame you if you're concerned. Usually I wouldn't be concerned after one bad start, but it was preceded by missing almost 4 months with an elbow injury. So it's definitely a red flag as far as the data point goes. Also making his season debut tonight was J.D. Davis, or his Yankee debut, excuse me. Yankees picked him up from the Athletics on Sunday, and if you get DFA'd by the Athletics, I think it's fair to say you're not a good baseball player. Strikeout, double play in his first 3 at-bats. I just think he stinks. Word around the campfire is that they're going to have kind of a semi-platoon at first base between Rice and Davis. until Rizzo gets back, but not a straight platoon. In other words, Rice is going to play against some lefties, but not everybody. Personally, I'd go in the 180-degree opposite direction, especially after what we saw from Ben Rice tonight. I want to see Ben Rice get as many at-bats as possible against both righties and lefties. Only way he's going to get better is with reps and getting as many reps at first base as possible. He had a nice pick tonight. He's played well on defense. So I'm sure they have an idea about the types of lefties that J.D. Davis is going to play against, but he did not impress me at all. And Rice looked good against, Max Fried the other day. So J.D. Davis is, at first, and this is just at first glance, because I didn't watch a lot of A's games this year, he seems like more of the same from the Yankees. Slow, past his prime. In other words, he'll fit right in. We saw Harrison Bader go deep tonight. I don't have the stats in front of me, and I'm not sure how to look this up even, but this is a project for any of you stat heads out there. It can't be possible for any team to get hammered by their former players more than the Yankees do, right? It goes back years and years and years. Jay Buhner, Kenny Rogers in the playoffs, with the Tigers. Cano used to kill the Yankees every time he faced them. Phil Hughes shut out the Yankees when he was with the Twins. They couldn't hit Michael Pineda, Sonny Gray, Gary Sanchez, Jorge Mateo, Jordan Montgomery. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. Let me know in the chat. But the list goes on and on of these ex-Yankees who just become absolute Yankee killers. All right, let's get to the recap.
All right, let's go. Let's get it going.
Frustrating moment in the first inning. Bases loaded, nobody out, and then they struck out 3 times in a row. Absolutely unreal. Beautiful leadoff single from Volpe tonight. 8-game hitting streak, so he's heating back up for sure. Juan Soto with one of the weirdest at-bats you'll see in a while from Juan Soto. Usually this guy is so automatic that he's going to have a great at-bat. You don't think of him as forgetting the count or doing anything odd. He tried to bunt with a 3-0 count. Luckily, he fouled it off. And then he forgot the count on a 3-2 pitch and stayed in the box when it was ball 4, and the ump had to wave him on. He's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just a brain fart. We all have them, right? But Judge worked a walk, and then Gleyber Torres struck out. Of course he did. Alex Verdugo struck out, and then J.D. Davis struck out. So pathetic first inning. Probably cost the Yankees the game. Mets also loaded the bases in the first inning. Difference is they got a base hit, but Verdugo threw out Pete Alonso at home. Beautiful throw by Verdugo. Mets got home runs from Bader and from Vientos in the second inning, both of them on fastballs that were in the low 90s, so that was concerning. Cole settled down, worked a scoreless third, but you could tell the fastball command was nowhere near what it usually is. He was missing out of the zone. Missing by wide margins, too. It wasn't like he was nibbling. Early on, he was missing by a little, but as the game went on, he was missing by bigger and bigger margins. Another home run by Vientos in the fourth inning, opposite field shot, 2-run home run by Nimmo. Final line for Gerrit Cole, 4 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks, and no strikeouts. Tough day at the office.
It stinks.
Joseph Johnson says, sometimes a grand slam just isn't enough. Appreciate the super chat. David Paez says, Yanks going through the dark night of the soul. That's poetic is what that is. Mike Mustaine says, hippo character waves his hand. Oh, it's a wait, is that a sticker? Or sometimes it reads the description of the sticker when it's a sticker. This one says, hippo character waves his hand in front of his neck with an awkward look on his face to signal that the player is done. I don't get it, but are you talking about Grimace maybe? Louis Penafiel says, what the flower is going on here, Derek? Why platoon Rice? Why platoon with DJ instead? Gotta say I agree with that one. The 0 strikeouts for Gerrit Cole concern me as much as the 4 home runs and the 4 walks. Only second time in his career that he's recorded 0 strikeouts. So they were obviously on him. First time since his days with the Pirates. Someone on Twitter, or X, as it's now known since it has become the public urinal of the internet, said that he basically said, did people actually expect Gerrit Cole to come back and be Gerrit Cole? Well, no. But I don't think it's out of line to be concerned by something this uncharacteristically bad when it was preceded by a serious elbow injury. That's all I'm saying. Not the end of the world, but definitely has my attention. Top 5, in accordance with the prophecy, Juan Soto.
There it goes. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Home run for Juan Soto.
Down NY says, E-Man Choi used to hurt us. Absolutely. Another Yankee killer. You see the home run by Soto there. If you watch the voicemail show this morning, Juan Soto was the Derek pick. So prediction hits. I hope you bet. Gleyber Torres blew a ground ball right at him in the 6th. That made it 7-1. You know, sometimes you're driving on the highway and you miss an exit, and there's not another exit for a long time. Well, I'm on Gleyber Torres DFA Expressway, and the sign, last exit to Patientsville, is a distant speck in my rearview mirror. I am over this guy. He just is constant headaches with this guy. I'm over it. 7th inning, I got a message from Frankie, and I thought it was great. So shout out to you, Frankie. He said, it was a foregone conclusion that the Yankees would lose when it was announced that Gleyber Torres was batting cleanup. Gleyber Torres now hitting .215 with a .627 OPS. 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts tonight. Judge had an RBI double in the 7th, 113 off the bat, 23rd double of the year. Nice hustle from Anthony Volpe in a 9-1 game, base running. Ben Rice had a pinch hit single off of Adam Ottavino in the 8th inning, so that closed the book on Davis, who went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a double play. Nice debut. And Ben Rice hitting .333 after that at bat. He ended up making it out later, but so he's down at .316 with a .707 OPS, and that's really without any power yet. But he's got a on-base percentage up around 400. He has good at-bats. I don't think Aaron Boone listens to this show. I really don't. But if you meant to click on Rogan, Aaron Boone, and you accidentally clicked on NYY Recaps, and you're now driving too fast in your Mustang to make the change, hear me out. Ben Rice should be in the lineup until he forces you to take him out. He's a kid. He's only going to get better with reps. That's the way you challenge and develop a skill, by challenging that skill. How's he going to learn to hit lefties if you don't give him the opportunity? He had representative at-bats against Chris Sale, against Max Fried. There aren't many tougher lefties than that. Now, if you want to pinch hit a righty against a submarine lefty with a nasty screwball and a slider and, you know, that no lefties hit, sure. But he should be in there as much as possible. The hit by Rice kind of seemed to ignite the offense and ignite the mood on the bench, at least. You know, sometimes when a young rookie or kind of an underdog character does something, it energizes the team, kind of brings out the underdog vibes. Ronald Torreyes used to have that ability to amp up the team anytime he did something. Honestly, I feel like the chemistry has not been the same since when Ronald Torreyes was doing the Tonight Show. Remember that? Anyway, later in the inning, the Yankees finally came through with the bases loaded. Aaron Judge hit a fly ball to center field that just kept on carrying. Grand slam home run, 29th home run of the season.
Gone, a grand slam.
Gone, a grand slam. Power is back. A grand slam. Grand slam.
Giga Chad says cut LeMahieu and bench Torres. And Osuji Melville says, does DJ get a pass? Absolutely no pass for DJ. I was going to get to DJ. I just haven't yet. But he was my next note here. DJ went 0 for 4, hitting 174 on the season. He hit one pretty well to right field that would have been trouble at Yankee Stadium, but it got caught. And he also made an error. So he just continues to look bad. Actually, I don't think it was an error, but it was a play that he should have got. Let me see if they scored it in an error. Yeah, they did score it in an error. So it's ground ball to third, and he went to grab it, and he missed it. Runner ended up getting second. But, yeah, LeMahieu just looks done. He just looks washed up to me. Father Time is undefeated, and it looks like it has gotten to DJ LeMahieu. Next batter after the grand slam was Gleyber Torres, and this one made my head explode. He hit a slow roller to shortstop. Probably could have beat it out for an infield hit and brought in the tying run if he gave a shit. But he jogged to first base and got thrown out by a mile. I'm tempted to play the I Hate Gleyber voicemail that we got the other day. But Mets hang on to win 9-7.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
If you ain't first, you're last.
If it's any consolation, and you're just joining us, the Orioles did lose their 5th consecutive game tonight, not chirping quite as loud. Yankees maintain a 2-game lead in the American League East. Got a couple of voicemails that came in during the show. Let's get to them.
Hey, Derek. This is Joe from Connecticut. I don't understand what's wrong with this team, man. I mean, it seems like the same thing happens every single year. They're good for a couple months, the wheels fall off, and then they cannot get the wheels back on. I just don't understand it. It's like a 3-man team. It's Soto, Judge, and Volpe. When none of them hit, the rest of the team is garbage. Getting sick of this. Gleyber Torres, he needs to go. I mean, my ass cheek has a better baseball IQ than this guy. Just want to hear your thoughts.
My thoughts are that I sympathize with your frustration. I opened the show with sort of the wide-angle view of the season, but there's no question that the last couple of weeks have been difficult to watch, and Gleyber Torres is getting on my last and only nerve. And we got a lot of requests to play the voicemail, so we'll get to it after we get to a couple of others.
Well, Derek, I knew this game was over in the first inning tonight. We had the bases loaded with no outs, and we couldn't get not even one run. Right then and there, I knew what kind of night this was going to be. And why the hell is Gleyber Torres hitting cleanup?
Nice little...
I mean, geez. Boom. Come on. Gleyber Torres.
Nice little drop there at the end. Yeah, Gleyber Torres, I didn't have a chance to listen to that whole voicemail, but yeah, Gleyber Torres hitting cleanup, had another awful night. We got another voicemail here. This one from Simon.
Hi, Derek. Your boy Simon calling from New Haven, Connecticut and Bella Vista. What is with this lack of not hitting? I'm telling you, the first inning, the bases loaded, we can't score any runs. They're so fond of grounding out and popping up. We have got to get rid of Boone and this hitting coach. Enough is enough, Derek. I'm telling you, if we don't make it this year, this schmuck is out. Well, you have a good day. Bye.
You're so polite, and yet you always fire Boone in your voicemails. And I wish there was a lack of not hitting, because that's a double negative. That would be hitting, right? But anyway, one more voicemail to get to.
Oh, my gosh, I hate Gleyber. I hate watching this guy. How is he in the lineup every night? Why do we have to suffer with watching this no-effort butthole out there every single night? They never give this guy a day off. He's so bad. 3-0, bases loaded. Let me watch 2 strikes right down the middle. And
Gleyber Torres better start learning Japanese, says Victor Ortiz. He doesn't look like an MLB player. Yeah, he's having a tough season, to be sure. All right, let's take a few more comments here from the chat.
What do you say?
Tough night for Gleyber Torres. David Ishikawa says, it's like the Yankees of the past few years were all built for just 60-game seasons. Yeah, maybe we need another pandemic. They would have been the AL East favorites. Look, it's obviously frustrating couple of weeks. You have to hope that it's just a summer slump and that they'll come around. Judge is still having a monster season. Soto's, obviously he swung the bat better tonight. A couple of walks and a home run. He always plays well at Citi Field, so I expect him to have another good night tomorrow. There are some positive signs, but there's a lot of negative signs. I don't think Gleyber Torres is going to fix it. I don't think DJ LeMahieu is going to come around. Jahmai Jones was your DH tonight. Guy's hitting 190. What the hell? I don't get it. I do not get it. Final thoughts. I have another podcast called The Dudes where my buddy and I review movies. I saw a good movie the other day called The Bike Riders. It's about these 1960s motorcycle gangs. Austin Butler, Tom Hardy, Jodie Comer. Such a good flick. My only complaint is that I didn't go see it tonight because I wouldn't have had to watch this one. But, I don't like J.D. Davis at all. He could hit 3 home runs tomorrow night, and I wouldn't like that move. I want to give Ben Rice some more playing time. I'm getting tired of seeing Gleyber Torres not hustle. That, to me, is unacceptable. You want to go 0 for 4, fine, but you better run your ass down to first base doing it. Reminder to like and subscribe. We just got over the 40,000 subscriber milestone. Congrats to William Anderson, who won the tickets. Yankees-Orioles, September 25th. We're going to give away more tickets, more stuff as we hit 45 and 50,000. We're going to try and really put the foot on the gas on this channel and get to 50,000 before the end of the season. So keep the subscribers coming. Call into the voicemail. I'm going to try and do a voicemail show tomorrow morning. It might be quick, but we're going to take whatever voicemails you got. I used a few of them, few of the ones that we had in the chamber tonight. So call in if you want to have a good voicemail show tomorrow. Let me know what you think. I'm guessing I already know, but we'll play it anyway. I'll catch you guys tomorrow night.